we had a team workshop in Brisbane to mark the end of the financial year. And I, for one, found it to be a really good session, good discussion, good insights from the team. And I thought it'd be a great initiative to get us together to share some of those insights with our followers. And of course, any chance I can get both of you in front of a camera, I always enjoy seeing that as well. FY22, shall I mark that down as another crazy year?
I think you can refer to it as a crazy year. If I recall correctly, we started this financial year impacted by COVID restrictions and concerns about service opportunities in the mining sector. Although over the past year, I think it's become clear that while the commodity focus might vary, mining activities will actually need to increase to supply the planned shift in energy sources and reduction in emissions. One of my key learnings this year is that while it's possible to work efficiently in remote locations, solving problems and supporting change requires high levels of engagement, and this is ultimately best done in the workplace.
Yes, very true. AT, what stood out for you for the past 12 months?
Yeah, if I think about the conversations we've been having with clients and even the discussion in amongst our team last week, there was a real lot of focus when it comes to improvement about digital transformation, the use of technology to change the way we work, the use of data, analytics, artificial intelligence, all really exciting stuff. And I'm sure in the years to come, it's going to play a bigger role in the work that we do. This year, we were quite fortunate to begin travel again, and we were lucky enough to travel internationally to some clients, new work, new industries. And what it really reinforced to me is that at the core, improvement is about people. It's about their relationships with their team and their leaders, and their engagement with their processes in their business. And linking the technology and people, I think, was the key learning. You can't need to engage people at some point, otherwise you're not going to succeed.
Yes, very true, and a common element in all our discussions with all the team members last week. Yeah. If I was to move on to trends that we saw in FY22, any there that worth mentioning with our followers?
Following on from COVID, we've seen an increase in project and improvement activity levels and corresponding inquiries related to potential candidates for this increased work level. In parallel with this uptick in activity, we've also observed and been involved with clients preparing for digital transformation of the maintenance function. We refer to this transformation as future of maintenance. We found this work very interesting and are starting to understand how to leverage solid asset management foundations to maximise the benefit of those technology solutions.
Yep. And AT, trends that you've noticed in FY22?
Yeah, I think what I'm seeing is that there's a lot of discussion now about people and capability, particularly their soft skills, things such as problem solving, being able to communicate, contribute and adapt are all seem to be part of the conversation within the industry. There appears to be a realisation that with the forecast shortage of resources available, that these skills are going to become pretty critical for businesses to be successful. Yes,
and I totally agree. Whilst we focus on the technical side of things, these common or foundational skills are going to be very important going forward.
Yeah.
I particularly enjoyed the session where we talked about or reflected on the Minset's journey over the last 6-7 years and where we came from and where we are now, but also taking the next step and trying to understand where is Minset going in the future. Would either of you be able to share anything exciting that's on the horizon for Minset?
Oh, look, I think there is some exciting opportunities out in front of Minset, and to cover those, I'll just go back a bit. In 2021, we put significant effort into the development of a bespoke digital tool we call MinOps. The application is used when assessing role task value and productivity rates for industry roles. And during the past year, we've had several varied opportunities to utilise and refine the MinOps app. As you would know, Derek, developing a digital platform has been a steep and rewarding learning curve for us. And the app helps us ensure that our full-time and dialogue observations are backed up with lots of quality data. Well, I'm confident that there's plenty of opportunity in front of us for further use of that tool and further refinement of that tool.
Yeah, look, as you know, it's one of my pet projects, and I'm very excited to see where it leads us in the next 12 months. And I'm hoping clients will see the benefits that we can see for them as well. So, no, looking forward to that one for sure. From an industry perspective, it'd be good to get your perspective on what you see occurring in financial year 23. What trends do you expect to see in the new year?
I think we'll tend to continue to see an interest and progression of digital change in our industry. I also think there'll be an emphasis put on people and soft skills and developing that capability, getting team members and leaders up to speed quickly. I think of the conversations with leaders and team members that we have, they're looking for these skills, but they want more than classroom teaching, theory, and a certificate at the end. They really want to understand, how do I practically apply this back in my workplace? You know, it's never predictable. There's always some challenge, and you're dealing with things that are incomplete. They want to be able to use that theory and practically apply it in the workplace. I think we'll continue to see that happening.
Yeah, great response. Well, thanks, gents. That's all the time we have today. But look, thank you for your time and insights today. I get the sense that overall, FY23 will be a successful year for the industry and Minset. I'd also like to thank everyone for watching. Please feel free to provide your feedback and thoughts in the comments section. And if you've enjoyed this video, please like and share the content. We'd really appreciate it. If you'd like to stay up to date with the latest Minset information, please follow our LinkedIn page. We've got another webinar scheduled for September with the Smart Shutdown Group, and hoping to be sharing some interesting interviews in the near future with people with crossed paths in the industry. If you'd like any more information, please feel free to reach out to myself, Ferg, or AT. We'll only be so happy to have a chat and see if we can help you out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, stay safe.